55 Sports. This is The Locker Room.
Hey, good, morning, everybody. Welcome inside a late night edition of The Locker Room. My name is Justin Prince, flying solo tonight. As you can see, Elijah Collins, somewhere near downtown Indianapolis this evening. We're going to tell you why a little bit later on. But for now, hey, it's sectional semifinal Friday here in the Hoosier State, and that means we are fast approaching trophy territory. A win this week, and you're playing for a sectional title next Friday night. Two teams raring, ready to make it to next Friday are Churubusco and Bishop Luers. The Knights looking to get back to the sectional title after being upset by Eastside in that round last year. Busco, back in 2A for the first time since 2014, is eyeing their first sectional crown since 2010. So with these two squaring off, it's only right that we make it the Locker Room's game of the week. 2A number 12 Luers on the road visiting number 13 Busco in Turtletown. Winner moves on to the sectional final. Loser hangs up their helmets and shoulder pads. Let's get you out to Victor Field. Busco 8-2 on the season. Luers comes in 5-5. But hey, they're 6-0 all-time against the Eagles. Last meeting was a 21-0 win for the Knights back in 2012. We're going to start things off in the third quarter here. Luers already up 28-7, and R.J. Hogue adding on to it. Takes it to the house, puts the Knights up 35-7. Next drive, Busco just doing their best to claw back in this thing. Riley Burroff, heck of a career this guy's had. Takes it himself, really can't get anywhere, and that was a common theme for most of the night tonight for Busco. Later on, Burroff going to hit Cameron Rinker, lays out to make the sweet diving catch, moves the chains, but the Eagles couldn't capitalize on it. Knights get the ball back, and Giovanni Jimenez pops off a big run for the Knights, sets up great field position. A little bit later on, Charlie Stansky looking Isaac Zay's way. Zay going to get a whole lot of yak after that, turn it into a big gain. Big drive would finally pay off. Mickey daring to find the end zone here. Luers nails the extra point, takes a 35-point lead. Eagles would squeeze out a safety late in the fourth quarter, but Luers takes care of things tonight. Knights on to the sectional final. They get the 42-9 win tonight over Busco. So Luers moving on to take on the winner of this game between Eastside and Manchester. First drive for the Squires. Brock Casper drops back, slings one to Memphis Wood. What a name for the first down. Couple plays later, Casper throwing across his body into double coverage, but Logan Eastgate right there for the score. Manchester strikes first. Do we have an upset brewing? I say no. Carson Jacobs keeps this one, scampers down the sideline for the big run, gets out just short of the goal line. Not to be denied, though. Jacobs, he's going to finish it himself. Gets a little help from Dax Holman, ties things up. After a punt, Eastside goes back to work. Holman, the dude is a wrecking ball on the football field. Bullies his way into the end zone. Eastside takes the lead. They never give it back. Blazers, Knights meeting next week. Eastside wins 42-21. Bumped down to Class 1A now. Second-ranked Adams Central back home, hosting their rival South Adams with a trip to the sectional final on the line. South Adams down early, go to the air. Owen Warner to Silas Loshi up the middle, breaks a couple tackles, but then he coughs up the ball. Jets fall on it, and they capitalize on it from there. Keegan Bloom turning that turnover into some points. And then he would do the same on the following drive. Jets lead by 21, and they weren't done. Here comes Ryan Tester. This team has so many weapons at so many different places. Rips off a 53-yard run to the house, completely untouched. AC rolls tonight, 55-20, your final. So the Jets moving on to face the winner of this matchup between Northfield and Madison Grant in Wabash. Pick up things in the second half. Northfield up 13-6. Mason Fisher overshoots his receiver, though, right into the arms of Braden Ross. Sets up Madison Grant in enemy territory. Argyles going forward on fourth down. Tanner Brooks takes the toss, gets outside, and he is gone. Argyles get the two-point conversion. They take a 14-13 lead. Next drive, though, here come the Norsemen. They go right down the field, set up third and goal. Fisher lofts to a wide-open C.J. Long. They take the lead right back, get the two-point conversion, and they go on to win this one, 21-14. They're going to face Adams Central next week. On to Class 3A we go. Sectional 27, number 4 Norwell. On the road visiting Concordia. First half all about offense. Second half, defense, the name of the game. Drew Ringer flying into the Cadet backfield to make the stop there. Forces fourth down. little bit later in the fourth quarter now, Cadets driving once again. Eli Maddox rolling out to his left, looking for some weapons in the flat, but Trace Mosier bats the ball down to force fourth down, and then on that ensuing fourth down, Cadets looking for the end zone, but Maddox, he's just going to overshoot everybody. Ball falls to the turf harmlessly. Norwell forces the turnover on downs. They roll to the 37-0 victory tonight. They're going to host Yorktown next Friday in the sectional final. Tigers topping here tonight 22-13. Make our way to sectional 28. Tempe Valley hosting 3A number 12 Guerin Catholics. Early second quarter, no score. Guerin's Justin Doblack gets free, and he is gone. He's going to find the end zone, puts the Golden Eagles up a touchdown. They'd pile things on from there. Guerin goes on to win this one 34-14. Tempe Valley finishes the year 9-2. All right, time for our first break of the night, but don't go anywhere. We've seen 1A, 2A, 3A. After the break, classes 4A, 5A, 6A take center stage. Stick around. That's next in the locker room.
This is the Locker Room.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Well, there's a saying in sports, it's hard to beat a good team twice. Snyder found that out the hard way last year, beating Bishop Twinger in the regular season before falling to the Saints in sectional play. Now, could history repeat itself tonight? Let's get you on over to Shields Field. 5A's top-ranked Panthers visiting the 10th-ranked Saints. Snyder won this matchup 28-0 just 3 weeks ago, and it was the Panthers, who were pouncing early in this one. Second quarter, already up 7 and adding on to it. Langston level, 154 yards, 2 TDs on the night. One of them coming right here, make it 14-0 Snyder. A little bit later in the quarter, Saints trying to answer on back. Sam Campbell back after missing the last 6 weeks with an injury. Somehow going to connect with Carter Minix here downfield. Big play, but the Saints would end up having to punt later on the drive. Snyder would get time before half, and they would take advantage. Uriah Buchanan added 42 yards, 2 scores, his second of the night right there. Panthers take a 21-0 lead at half, and they're on to the sectional final, 41-6 tonight. Snyder moving on to face the winner of this one over at Chambers Field. 5A number 7 Northside hosting Anderson. Third quarter, all legends. Javius Davenport going to plunge in from a couple yards out, going to make it a 35-9 Northside lead. Legends would get the ball back after an Anderson punt, and first play from scrimmage, Jonte Lambert, already the single-season rushing record holder at Northside, and he's adding on to a top 2,000 yards for the season tonight. 64 yards, untouched. Northside takes a 42-9 lead. They go on to cruise in this one tonight, 49-9. Your final, they're going to face Snyder next week for the sectional title. Up to 6A we go. Sectional 2, number 5 and undefeated Carroll on the road visiting number 10 Penn. Pink things up. Second quarter, Chargers up 7. That is until Nolan Culla running behind the big boys. Finds the crease. Kingsman tied up with 2 minutes left in the first half. Ensuing drive, though, Carroll looking to answer. Jimmy Sullivan doesn't like his options downfield, takes off down the sideline, plays a little grown man football. Lowers the shoulder, gets into the end zone, 25-yard touchdown. Chargers go on to take this one tonight in a big-time fashion, 35-7. How about those Chargers? They're going to host Warsaw next week. Tigers top at Elkhart tonight, 14-9. Move on to Sectional 3. Tough draw for Northrop to open postseason play. They're hosting number 11 Fishers this evening. Tigers got right to business. First drive of the ball game. Handoff to Kobe Martin. He's going to get in from 10 yards out, and they were far from finished this evening. After a Northrop punt, you're going to see Martin going in once again from 7 yards out. Fishers takes the 28-0 lead. After a quarter, they roll to the 49-7 dub. Northrop finishes the year 1-9. Fishers moves on to face the winner of this one. Down in the Circle City, Homestead taking on Hamilton Southeastern. Late first half, big play from Sparty. Peyton Slavin find Brett Fox downfield for the big gain, but that drive, unfortunately, would end in a missed field goal for the Spartans, and the Royals, they would take advantage later. After a missed punt, Jalen Alexander, he's in for a Royals touchdown. They take a 21-0 lead. Sparty falls tonight 35-0. They finish the year 5-5. In Class 4A, Sectional 20 action. Huntington North at home tonight, hosting Ole Miss. Late in the third, Braden Biddle. How do you do? Up the middle. Makes a couple tacklers miss, accelerates past midfield for the big gain. A little bit later in the drive, Hayden Nelson getting the handoff and getting to work. Gets in the end zone for the score. Extra point blocked. So the lead is 13. Huntington North in desperation mode, going for it on fourth down late. They can't convert, though. Ole Miss goes on to take this one in big-time fashion tonight, 62-35. Vikes finish the year 3-8. Over in Sectional 19, 4A number 9, Columbia City hosting DeKalb for an all-NE8 battle tonight. First quarter, Barons get the ball first. Tegan Irk hands it off to Caden Hinkle. He's going to take it for the nice run. DeKalb, though, not able to do much else on the drive. C-City gets the ball, and James Gett's going to pop off a long run, just not going down. This game's going to be still knotted at 0 apiece. That was until later on in the drive. Colton Piper airing this one out to Stratton Fuller for the score. Big night for the sophomore wide receiver. C-City goes up, and they never look back. Eagles cruise tonight in this one, 49-7, your final. Eagles moving on to face the winner of this one. NE8 rematch in Kendall, Vegas. Leo taking on East Noble. Second quarter, Knights up 6. That's when things started to get ugly for Leo. Max Loeffler gets in for the touchdown. 2:19 on the ground, 3 tutties. Leo rolls 42-13. They're going to be at C-City next week for the sectional crown. Switching gears from American football to the international version. For the first time ever, the Leo girls soccer team gets a shot to bring home a state title tonight. Lions knocking off Mishawaka Marion last Saturday to advance to tonight's Class 2A title bout. Down in Indy at IUPUI's Michael Carroll Stadium, Lions facing off with the state's top-ranked Evansville Memorial. They come in 20-0-1. First period, 6 minutes in, Samantha Sanderlin takes the free kick. Nothing gained from it, though. 23-minute mark, Ella hammers one from long range, skips in bottom left corner just like that. Evansville Memorial takes a 1-0 lead. And they would go on to cruise tonight 4-0, your final. Lions finished state runner-ups. All right, time for Play of the Nights. We're going to take you back on up to the land of the Kingsmen, and Jimmy Sullivan is the king man. Lowering his shoulder, getting in for the 25-yard touchdown. Chargers cruise. They're on to the sectional final.